From Georgia, Andrew Clyde joins me now. Congressman, before I get to the legislative stuff, your take on some of your colleagues being there by his side in solidarity. How's that feeling in the House these days?
Well, Carl, great to be with you. I think that's important that we show solidarity with President Trump. I mean, he's being persecuted in this lawfare by President Biden and his administration like no one has ever been in the entire history of our country. So for the senior leadership of the Republican Party to show solidarity with him, I think is very, very important.
Yeah, no, that's great. But let's talk about, some of these allies. Obviously, you have the Speaker of the House, you have Byron Donalds, Corey Mills. Other people have just been in and out of this courtroom. And it has been such a relief to hear people like Byron Donalds speak outside. Listen to what he had to say today.
This trial is a joke. This thing is a farce. Where's the crime? There is no crime. The only crime that is happening here is this Democrat judge and the Democrat Party prosecuting their political rival right in the middle of a presidential election.
What say you, sir?
Well, Byron is a great friend of mine, and he is spot on. I couldn't have said it better. It is indeed a farce of a trial. There is no crime here. They've invented it, but they're just trying everything they possibly can, throw everything at the wall, hoping that something will stick and that President Biden will potentially win, and I don't think that's going to happen at all. President Trump is going to dominate here, and he's getting a bunch of free advertising, too, and I love that.
Yeah, no, that's actually the fantastic part, because the money he should be spending on the campaign, he has to spend on lawyers. But bigger than that, obviously his first term, there were a lot of Republicans, some colleagues of yours, that opposed his agenda because of, the anti-Trump rhino movement. But that said, it looks a lot more like when he comes back into office, if he does in a few months, it's going to be almost like a rolling thunder of legislation. Do you feel like a lot of people who might have been reflexively a little bit against Donald Trump in his first term are very willing to work with him based on policy this time?
From what I have seen, I think you're right on there, Carl. I think that's what I'm seeing as well, and the rest of the country is starting to see that. Those folks that are well connected in the Republican Party that were potentially against the president are now with him. I think it is so important. President Biden has been so bad that they really don't have a choice, in my opinion, but it is my choice to be with him because I think he's the right president. He is the person who has shown us how to fight and how to literally bring our conservative agenda forward and save this nation.
Well, I'm certainly hoping that people can get real quick. I got about 30 seconds left. People like McCarthy have been bounced out, obviously. These seats coming up, do you feel good about the Senate seats coming and also retaining the House, given the current map and congressional makeup?
Well, I think it's so critical that we retain the House, and we have to do that. If we don't, we get a Trump presidency and we have a Democrat House. That it will be impeachment after impeachment after impeachment to try and destroy his conservative America First agenda, and we can't allow that to happen. I think we've got good chance in the Senate, too, to retake the Senate.
All right. Well, there you heard it. Congressman Andrew Clyde, we always appreciate you coming on, sir.
Thank you, Carl. Great to be with you.